Hey, what's going on, man? Hola amigo, ¿cómo estás? Guten Tag, wie geht's dir? Welcome to Erlenberg Historical Battle in a Tiger 2. This is the Battle of the Bulge Historical Battle. I do have a guide on how to play this as the Germans, but this is a really good gameplay I wanted to show you. At the beginning of the... I don't know if you've been able to see it, but at the beginning of the game, I mentioned to people to come over here at H9 and 0 to sit right on this corner so that we could... Okay, so I'm saying it right now. Sit here on this corner so we can cover the cap. If you notice in the upper left-hand corner, there's two Tiger 2s. I'm one of them. And two Panther M10s versus the three... Jeez, I gotta start doing my counting. I don't know if I have enough fingers and toes for all this. See, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 13 enemies against us. Excuse me, 13 enemies against us. Lost my voice there for a second. So those three are looking the opposite direction. So I'm going to do is I'm going to look in the opposite, if that makes sense. So they're looking one way, I'm going to look the opposite way. That way we don't get snuck up behind or anything like that. And I can still see that bridge over to the left-hand side over there, which is what I want to do to be able to cover our cap. So what I'm doing is I'm just looking here to cover this field to see what's going on. If you notice, I'm not turning around to try to shoot at those two dudes over there. Those three guys can handle it. You know, when you're playing this game, let the other teammates handle it. Now this Wolverine pops up, so I start putting some work in against him. There's my first kill right there. I start taking this fire, so I want to shoot at this M4 if I can. Nobody's being spotted over there, so I know he's on the other side of that bridge by cap. So I'm angling my armor. Finally get a spot on this Hellcat, and that's where I'm going to start shooting next. He's my next target. If I can get rid of this Hellcat, then I can move up and watch that field some more. Now, I remember when I was playing this, I looked down to see Jackson injure the gunner. So I know that there's also Jackson over there. There's the M4. Took a shot, see what could happen. I gotta get my gunner back into play, which is what I just do right here. And start putting this gun to work. This is the long 88s, 240 damage, 203 pen. You get this, I think this is the first gun you get for it. It's also, I believe, the upgraded gun for the first Tiger. So what I'm doing here is I'm just taking shots at whatever I can get a shot on. Now if you watch that previous, or if you watch my guide on how to play this map as the Germans, you see we're all sticking together, we're all covering a spot, letting them come to us, playing the defensive. We are covering the cap, and we're trying to do, you know, take one at a time. That's exactly what we got to do here. So we're down our Panther. We're up 3 tanks. And they're starting to close in on the kill, I guess, so to speak. And what you notice now is that some of them are actually, they're shooting heat at me. Or not heat, they're shooting HE at me. And so far the only damage I've taken is from that Jackson. Now I'm getting shot from behind. So I've got my attention split. Tiger 2 is almost dead. So I'm doing is I'm pulling up. He's gone. So now I'm going to hide my tank. I'm hiding my tank. Trying to cover that back end of my tank with that dead Tiger 2. So you can keep, I'm getting shot from behind. I'm getting hit by that HE round. Finally I've had enough. And I'm backing down this hill to get ready to get some shots on him. So I'm worried that I'm gonna get shot from behind, but there's nothing I can do at this point. So what I do is you can see I get hit again, a couple more dings, kill him. Now at this point I know I can keep getting shot from behind. I'm not worried about this M4, so I pull up, get around the corner, and charge the M4. So now I'm sitting at 4 kills. Take one at a time. You know, you can't You gotta be decisive, pick a target, and I got really lucky there. I think that the Panther helped me out. You gotta pick a target and just go with it. A lot of times I see other tanks or enemy tanks, you know, they'll look at you, and then they'll look at your ally, then they'll switch back to you, and they'll switch back to the ally, and they'll do that back and forth, back and forth. You'll get killed doing that. You can't do that. You gotta just pick a target and stick with it. And now what I'm doing again, getting around the other side of this hill here, trying to stop being shot from behind from the other Hellcat. Now I'm just driving closer to him, angling my armor a little bit so he can't get a good shot at me, and I get the kill. This last kill's coming up pretty quick here, but after that I'm going to pause it. I'm going to explain a couple things really quickly, and then go into the 3 slides so to show you the stats about how I did. So this was a really fast game, you know, it's one thing right after another. I thought at the beginning of this that I wasn't going to see any action, but I ended up seeing the most of it, and my allies turned around and started to help me out on that corner. Right here I probably should have, side note, probably should have drove down there so I got a little extra speed. So it was, you know, the game was going very quickly. You didn't have much time to think, so you kind of just gotta, at times, ingrain this into your head that this is what you're gonna do. You just have to know you gotta take one at a time, just calm down, one at a time. And that's really cool that I got that kill. I don't know how that happened, but one at a time. You know, you can't freak out or anything. The thing, as I said in the guide on how to play this, you got to pick a spot at the beginning of the map where you and your buddies can stick together. As the Germans, you got to do that. That's what we did. We stuck right on, or we stood together right on this corner back here, so we could get protected by the hill. We could be able to see all along this way, get all the fire on these guys, and we'd have all this side covered. And if anybody tried to cover the cap, we'd also be able to shoot them on the cap too. So it's a very good spot. This is great down here, this corner down here, at H8/9, and the other corner up here, let me see, another corner up here at B1, 2, and 3. Those 2 sides, if you're the Germans, you gotta sit in those spots because you can cover the cap and stick together at the same time. You won't be able to get flanked really easily, and you know, you get some cover. Again, what we did here is we one at a time picked every single tank, didn't freak out. You know, all of these things add up to a win like this. You can't just do one thing right. You can't just do a couple things right. You gotta do pretty much everything right, and that's what we did. And even here, we almost lost it. You can see my health is almost done, and this Panther M10 is down to 26% health. So, and he and I got the most kills. I got 7, he got 4, as you can see in the upper left-hand corner. So with that, hold on one second. I'm gonna get to the slides. So we'll be right back. Okay, here we are. Obviously a victory. 42,203 credits earned, 3,008 XP. You can see the huge list of all the dudes that I shot at, got spotted, and all that kind of cool stuff on the side. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, led the team, 4,292 damage. Remember, this gun was doing roughly 230, I think it was, damage per shot. So that's quite a few rounds. Base XP of 1,504. Again, it was doubled. Next closest guy is the Panther M10 with 1,628. Final slide, 27 shots fired, 24 direct hits, 21 pens. Hits received, this is crazy, hits received 51 hits, 19 penetrations, 32 non-pens. Damage blocked by armor, 3,390. It's pretty nuts, huh? Again, total of 42,203 credits received. Repairing this thing from basically I can't say 0, but red health all the way up to full, 10,822 credits. 3,000 for the consumables. That was my health or first aid kit. So for a total of 28,381 net profit on that. The game lasted again 7 minutes. It was a really quick game. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this this replay. This was a ton of fun to play this one. We did a lot of things right there. I don't really see anything that we could have improved upon, but maybe you did. Maybe you saw something. Put it down in the comments. Let me know. But with that, please like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Be sure to check out the other episode where I actually did the how to play as the Germans on this, like the little review guide on that. So I think that might help too, and you can see a little bit better of that, those techniques and those tips and tricks and that in effect in this game. So with that, please like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye.